Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kiara and I have my own crochet business. So all of my videos are crochet or crochet business related. So in this specific video, I will be doing some market prep and bringing you guys along to an event. So I have an event this weekend. It's a 2-day event, so I will talk more about that. But I will take you guys along with me for the market prep and the market itself, and then of course at the end I will do a whole breakdown of all my sales for you guys. So this event is actually for International Women's Day, which is this Saturday that's coming up, so it's Thursday right now. So the market itself is just Saturday, but there's events going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for International Women's Day. They're just doing like a whole kind of festival of activities, but the market itself is Saturday, but there is kind of another event that's related on Friday night, and they did have space for a few vendors there, so it was kind of first come first serve for the Friday night, and I said I was interested and there was a spot available, so I took one spot on Friday at no extra charge. So I've done multiple events, like so many events to sell my crocheted plushies at, but I've never done an event at this specific location with these organizers, so that will be my first time with them. So I'm pretty excited. It seems pretty well organized, pretty well advertised, so I'm really excited and I hope it goes really well. So I actually have quite a bit of market prep to do for this event because I haven't had an event in a while. So this is, I guess, the slower time of the year for events. It's, like beginning of March. Hopefully, events for me are going to start picking up in April mostly, and then I'm going to have at least one event probably like every week-ish for the rest of the year probably. So I'm really excited for all that to start picking up, but this is the slow time right now, so I haven't had many events. I've had a few so far, but not that many, so I will obviously have to get everything ready. There's a lot of items that are going to need price tags because I've crocheted them since my last event. I think I've put price tags on some things since my last event, but there's a big chunk of stuff that needs price tags and just needs to be put away to be put in the car to bring to the event tomorrow, obviously. As you can see, there is a grid wall here. That one is all set up, but I will have to take it apart to put it in the car, and there's another one that I'll have to put in the car also, so there's just a lot of market prep. So honestly, I'm not even sure what I want to start with. I'm probably going to start by taking this grid wall apart just to take it out of the way because it's taking quite a bit of space. And then I will have to put the wheels on the second one, but I won't put it up like this. I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like because it's kind of hard to explain, but I'll have to take this one apart, but not completely. And then the other one I'll have to put the wheels on, and then I'll put it in the car. So through the grid wall, we can see all the plushies and items that are going to need price tags. But this is the grid wall. So there's the wheels down there. Those are going to stay on. But what I will take apart is I will separate the top grid from the bottom grid. And that way there will be 2 squares to put in the car instead of this long rectangle. So I will go get a little Ziploc to put all the bolts and stuff from the grid wall because I will have to bring that obviously so I can put it back together at the market. So I'm honestly not sure how it's going to go with the grid walls. I just got them in the mail not too long ago, so this is going to be my first event with the grid walls, but I'm really excited and I hope that it makes my display even better. So I got myself a little Ziploc, so I will go ahead and separate the top grid from the bottom one, And I will put all the little pieces in here so that I don't lose them and I can bring them to the market to put it back together over there, obviously. So I will try to do a little time lapse of me taking that apart. And then right after that, I'm just going to put the wheels on the second one, so I'll do a time lapse of that at the same time too. Alright, so it's actually been a couple hours since I got all the grid walls ready and just like disassembled and assembled and all that. So I guess a lot happened. Some guy had to come and change like the water filter. I knew he was coming. So anyways, he came and switched that, and that didn't take very long. But then shortly after that, my mom FaceTimed me because she was assembling a little shelf in her home business to put some of my plushies on to display them, and then if some of her clients want to buy plushies while they're there, because she does do some events where she lives with some of my plushies that I send to her, and she had quite a few plushies left over from the previous event that she did, and she doesn't have another one for over a month. So she figured she got a little shelving unit to put some of my plushies on because it is her busy time right now. So she was nice enough to do that for me. So I really appreciate that. So anyways, she FaceTimed me while she was like assembling it and putting the plushies on there, showing it to me, seeing if I liked it, which I would have been okay with anything. But yeah, so we chatted for a little bit. So anyways, now I still have a lot of market prep to do. So the grid walls are pretty much good to go. They just need to be put in my car. But I won't put them in there right now. I mean, I might try to go do that actually. Because all of my inventory bins and bags and everything are all in this yarn room. So there's not much in my car right now other than the tables and some display items. So anyways, I'm gonna move things around. I'm gonna try to get the grid walls placed like I want to, and then I will have to put price tags on all of the items that don't have price tags because I made them very recently. So I will have to put tags on that and pack those things up and then put them in my car along with all the bins and bags of inventory that is just in here because I had to dig through them since my last market to do a restock at consignment stores. So anyways, I will have to just basically pack up the car, and I will start with the grid walls. So I have the tables on the bottom here, the grid walls are here, all the parts are here except for the baskets. The baskets that'll be hanging on there are still inside, but I'll pack those up later. And just some display items that were still in there. I'm gonna reorganize all that when I bring everything else out later. Alright, so I just showed you guys the car like half loaded, I guess. All the display items are in the car except for the baskets that are going to go on the grid walls. And then obviously all of my plushies and products are not in the car. So I have a very big SUV, like probably the biggest SUV you can get before a van. And that's going to take so much room, guys. Like I have so much stuff. But I mean, it's all gonna fit. I just might not be able to see out of my back window very well, but it's all gonna fit. So, anyways, now I need to put price tags on all of the items that don't have price tags. Usually, like in a market vlog, I would show you guys the items that I crocheted like since my last market one by one, but I haven't had a market in a very long time, so there's so many items, so I won't do that because that would take so long, and I think this video is already going to be pretty long as it is, so I won't do that. But feel free to go check out my recent videos where I've had videos where I show you guys everything I crocheted in 1 week, or just like a crochet business vlog where I do show you guys what I crocheted. And my most recent video is me bringing you guys along with me on a trip away for the weekend where I show you guys everything I crochet on that trip away for the weekend. So in those videos you can see the things I've crocheted recently. So all those things need price tags, so I will go ahead and do that. One thing I really do want to show you guys though, I won't actually hold it because it's pretty big, but I did make a blanket. I guess I didn't really crochet it recently. I've had these little squares, granny squares, whatever, for actually like years. Like my mom found all of my old crochet stuff where like in her house, and then she gave it to me, and I had these granny squares that I crocheted like years ago, and I mean they are well made, so it's not like it was like when I first started to crochet, like they are well made. Of course I wouldn't have actually made something if they weren't well made. So anyways, I had enough to put them together and make a small blanket. It can be like a baby blanket, a lap blanket, or just like a couch throw or something like that. It's not like a full-size blanket, but it's a small blanket. So here's a little video of that blanket. I won't show you guys right now because I would have to stand very far, but yeah, there it is. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I like it. I think it's super nice. So I will, of course, put a price tag on it and maybe it can sell. But yeah, I think it's really nice. So I will go put price tags on all those items. I will do time lapses of that for you guys. I won't do that like in real time. That would be really long and boring, but I will do a time lapse and then I will talk to you guys after. I'm finally done putting price tags on all of those items. So that did take quite a while. There was a lot of things and I needed to write the price on a lot more price tags because I just didn't have enough price tags with the price already on them. So that took a while, but I'm finally done. So I'm only going to put all that in the cart tomorrow. The event on the Friday night is not like all day, it's just like in the evening-ish. So I'll have like the morning to put all the stuff in the car. It's just snowing a lot right now, so I don't want to bring everything out while it's snowing and risk getting things wet. or anything like that. So I'm just going to do that tomorrow morning or early afternoon. So for a little bit more information for you guys about the event, so like I said, it's like a whole little festival of events. So there is actually something tonight. So that one I think is like a roller, not derby, but like a roller skate show or something like that. It's something with roller skates. I don't know. But there's no vendors at that one. That's just like an event that people can buy tickets to and attend. I think it's like a show of some kind, but roller skates are involved. I know that. I didn't really look that much into that one because I'm not going to it. But then tomorrow's event is actually a movie screening. So I'm gonna assume the movie is like related to the theme of International Women's Day. They did say what the movie is, I forgot. But so I will be there while the movie is screening. So obviously I'm probably not gonna make sales like literally while the movie is playing, but I will be there from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So obviously the movie is not that long. There will be a movie critique, which, to be completely honest, I've never attended anything like this, so I'm not exactly sure what all this entails, but I think it's going to be interesting. I've never really been to like a public movie screening and critique or anything like that, so I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting experience. Even if I don't make that many sales, I'm hoping to be able to connect with a lot of nice people that might even come back on the Saturday and buy something. So I don't know, I'm excited. So I believe tomorrow the movie is starting at 7, so I will be there from 5 to 10 like I said, and people obviously start coming for the movie a bit before 7, so I will have time to make sales basically from 5 to 7 to anybody who's not even there to watch the movie, because what this place is, it's called Next Door Event Space or something like that. And basically they can rent out that space for events, which is basically in their name. And I think that them and someone who rented the space are the ones organizing this whole festival of events for International Women's Day. I've seen so many events that they've made in the past, and I just never had the opportunity to actually attend it. So anyways, I'm really excited to attend this one. I'm not exactly sure how many sales I'm going to make tomorrow. I'm hoping to at least make some sales so that I don't go there completely for nothing. But even if I don't make that many sales, I'm hoping to make some nice connections with other vendors or just people in general. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm like nervous at the same time because it's like a whole new experience for me. It's not just a regular market like I'm used to. That's just outside. This one's indoors, obviously, because it's really cold out and it's snowing right now. So I'm excited, and I will try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. So anyways, there's not much more I can do tonight. I will probably just crochet some small things because I still want to go to bed at a decent time. So anyways, I will go crochet and I will update you guys on everything I crochet either tonight or tomorrow. And of course I will talk to you guys some more tomorrow. Hey guys, so it's Friday early afternoon. So I will show you guys everything I crocheted last night and this morning. So I just made a bunch of mini plushies, but I will show them to you guys. So starting with little frogs, I made 3 little leggy frogs. I just freehand them, but they are obviously based on the original leggy frog pattern. So I got 3 of these guys. I have 2 mini octos like this. I just embroidered the eyes on these guys. This is my own octo tutorial that you can find on my YouTube channel. And lastly, I have 3 mini whales like this. I have a tutorial for these on my channel, or if you want the written pattern, it is also available on my Etsy and Coffee shop for very cheap if you want the written one, but there is a free tutorial on my YouTube channel. I made a total of 8 mini plushies, so these don't need price tags because they all go in a basket with the price on it. So I will just pack these right up and then I will have to put everything in the car. So I will start putting all of my bins and bags and everything in my car. And then I will have to get ready. We're gonna try to be there for 3:30-ish. I have to be set up by 5, so 3:30 gives me more than enough time. That's an hour and a half. So that's more than enough time. My boyfriend is probably going to be coming with me. If not, well, I might try to leave a bit earlier to give myself more time, because if I have to do everything alone, obviously it's going to take more time. But if he does come with me, we will try to be there for 3:30. So anyways, I will go put everything in the car, and then I will just get ready, and I will talk to you guys before we leave. Alright, so I'm outside right now, and I'm just gonna switch everything from my car to my boyfriend's car because he'll be coming with me, so we'll just take his car, and that way we don't have to play like musical cars in the driveway, and his car has gas and mine doesn't. So I'm just gonna switch all that over. My boyfriend's car is finally all loaded. It's definitely packed, but I made it all fit. Alright guys, so it's almost 2:30, so I'm actually going to be leaving by myself. I'm just going to go there by myself with my boyfriend's car because our dogs would have to stay here, which the time is not a problem. Like the amount of time that we would be leaving them here, we've done it before. As long as we let them out before we leave, they're fine. The only problem is that they get fed supper at like 5:30 or 6, which is like right in the middle of when we'd be gone, and leaving at 3, if we fed them before, it would be way too early, and then they would be hungry before tomorrow morning. But 10 p.m. or after 10 p.m. is way too late to feed them supper. So anyways, we just decided my boyfriend will stay home with the dogs and feed them at their regular time, and I will just drive there myself. So that's why I'll be leaving earlier, because I will have to bring everything in myself and then set everything up myself. So that's obviously going to take more time than if I had someone with me. So anyways, I just wanted to update you guys, tell you guys I'll be leaving shortly. I will do my best to take clips and show you guys when I'm setting up. Of course, I'll be showing you guys my whole setup once it's complete. And yeah, so I will see you guys over there. Alright guys, so I'm here now. Traffic was horrible. I think there was an accident on the highway, so that's why it took so long. I just brought a few bags in, so that's why I'm like super out of breath, because I ran back to my car. Turns out I can park it closer to bring everything in, so I'm gonna go do that and bring everything in, and I will try to get as many clips as I can of me setting up. Alright, the car is parked, everything is brought in, so I'm gonna go in and start setting up. It's probably gonna take me a while since I'm all by myself, but I will do my best to show you guys my setup and me setting it up. I'm all set up now, so I will crochet until people start coming and buying things. Alright guys, so I'm back home from the Friday night little event, so I guess I can talk to you guys about that a little bit. It's pretty late, so I do want to just eat something and get to bed. So I did make a sale to one of the organizers. She bought 4 $8 things, but that was the only sale I made tonight. So to be honest, I was hoping to make more sales. I knew I wasn't gonna make like crazy sales, but I was hoping to make more than that. So had I known it was really gonna be that slow, I guess, tonight, I probably wouldn't have went, because it did take a lot of time to get there because the traffic and everything, and it took gas, and I'm exhausted right now, so you know, I probably could have been at home crocheting or something like that. But anyways, I decided to go, so it is what it is. I made one sale of 4 small items, and yeah, so basically that's it. I crocheted before the movie, and then I didn't crochet during the movie. That movie, it was good, but it was so long. Like, I was like so tired. So yeah, obviously I'm back home now. So I will eat something because I'm starving. And then I will probably like go right to bed because I'm really tired and I have to be there again tomorrow morning. So yeah. So I was able to just leave everything there. They just close the doors and lock them at night, so obviously I took like my cash box with me and all like valuable things like that, but I left all my products out. They're going to be locking the doors, and I will be there again probably around 10:30 tomorrow morning because the market starts at 11, so I don't need to be there super early because everything's all set up. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning before we leave. Hey guys, so it is Saturday morning. So I just got up not too long ago. I'm still getting ready. It's about 9:30, almost 9:30. I'm gonna try to leave at 10 to be there for 10:30. My boyfriend will be bringing me today. I'm not sure if he's gonna stay or what he's gonna do. He might just go like run some errands, things like that. He might even come back home. I don't know. I just really didn't enjoy driving there yesterday. So anyways, he's just gonna bring me today so I don't have to drive. So yeah, I will see you guys over there. I won't like show you guys my setup again because it's the exact same as it was yesterday. The items that did sell yesterday, like the person that bought them bought like chicken nuggets and 1 frog, so I just replenished that, so there's really nothing different. So I will obviously go over there soon, and I will try to update you guys as much as I can on my sales, on what's going on. I will obviously crochet when it's slower, so I will just update you guys as much as I can. Alright, so I'm here. My setup is the same, except I just showed you guys. I put my glasses holders out. I wanted to bring my extra pair of glasses to display them in there, but I couldn't find them. So anyways, I put them out anyways, and if anyone asks what they are, I will just explain and show them with the glasses that I have on right now. I just made my first sale today to another vendor, so I sold 3 items. My square was giving me issues, but I think it's connected now, so hopefully today goes really well. It's almost 3 p.m. The market ends at 5, so I've been making decent sales. I'd love to make more sales, but it's going well so far. Alright, so it's like 5:01. I just made a sale, but I think I will start packing slowly, and if anyone wants to look, well, I will let them. So I will try to get some clips of me packing up, and I will talk to you guys when I get home. Alright guys, so I'm back home from the market. So honestly, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not overly happy with how it went, but I'm not disappointed or calling this a fail in any way. I will get more into the details and how much I made and what I sold very shortly. First, I do want to say though, considering they are in their own building and it's not a place where there would be traffic naturally, there was a decent amount of people that did come. So obviously there's going to be a difference between a market that's outside or in a place where there will be traffic to begin with, and with a market that you need to completely bring your own traffic because there would be no traffic there without doing any kind of advertising. So considering they are not in a place where there would be traffic naturally, and they did have to bring in all of their traffic, there was a decent amount of people there considering that fact. So I'm not disappointed with how I did. I'm not disappointed with how the market went. The only thing I do have to say though is that I did find the booth fee quite high for the amount of traffic, considering, like I just said, they had to bring in all of their own traffic. You can't expect as much traffic as if you were on a very busy street downtown where there's people anyways. So considering obviously the traffic will be lower because you have to bring it all in yourself, I think the booth fee was a little bit high. So obviously, because the booth fee was high, that did take out a chunk of the amount of money I made. So that's the only reason I'm not overly happy with how much I made, is because the booth fee was quite high, so that did take out a chunk of how much money I made. So now I'm going to tell you guys about how much I made and all the fees and all that. So in total, yesterday night and today, I made a total of $577 in sales, which with a lower booth fee, I would be very happy with. But the booth fee was $130 plus tax, which here in Canada, the taxes are 13%. So that brings the booth fee itself to $146.90. And the square fees were $9.09. So that leaves me with a total profit of $421.01. So, of course, that's not a horrible amount of money to bring in. That's not a horrible amount of profit. It's just for that booth fee, I would have liked to make more sales. I would have liked a higher profit at the end of the day. Also, I'm noticing the square fees definitely rising. Although most people did pay with a card, so using my Square machine, I think only like a few people paid with cash. So obviously, the more people that are paying with a card. Obviously, the higher the fees will be, but I am comparing this to events that I did last year and the year before that. And I used to write down all the sales and whether they paid cash or with Square. And I did compare this to events where I made close to the same amount of money and close to the same amount of sales that were paid with Square. And the Square fees would only be like $3 to $4 for something like this. So now that the Square fees are $9, I mean, obviously it's not horrible. It could be worse, but it does take out almost $10 out of my profit. So I know obviously that's a cost of doing business. I'm not going to start charging people extra for using a card because I'm pretty sure that's illegal in some places to charge that fee to your customers, which I would never do. Obviously you need to incorporate those fees into your prices, which I do incorporate all of the business expenses into my prices. So I do have some people sometimes that tell me that my prices are a little bit high, but obviously they don't understand that it's not just my time and material, it's all the overhead fees that need to be incorporated into my prices. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about the Square fees for a quick second because I did notice they are rising and they are getting more and more expensive for kind of like an event where I make about $500. I used to pay about $3 to $4 in Square fees. So I did notice that, and I just wanted to talk about that with you guys also. So now with all of that out of the way, I will do what is probably your favorite part of the video. I don't know. I get a lot of people saying the breakdown is their favorite part of market videos. So I will do a breakdown of all of my sales. I will tell you guys about each item I sold. So I will tell you guys how many of each items I sold out of the amount that I brought. I will tell you guys how much I sold that item for, and I will put a picture of that item up here. So starting with small bees, I started with 12 and I sold 4 of them for $12 each. I started with 3 regular dinos and I sold 2 of them for $22 each. I started with 15 birds and I sold 2 of them for $12 each, and the little birdies are my own pattern that you can find in my Etsy and coffee shop. I started with 8 regular cats and I sold 2 of them for $20 each. I started with 1 mini cat and I sold it for $10. I started with 6 mini chickens and I sold 2 of them for $10 each. I started with 20 regular chickens and I sold 1 for $18. I started with 34 chicken nuggets and I sold 4 of them for $8 each, and I have a tutorial on my channel for the chicken nuggets. I started with 5 glasses holders and I sold 1 for $25. So I actually sold an elephant glasses holder. I have some elephant ones and some hot dog ones, but in my inventory they're just all put together as glasses holders. So I sold 1 elephant glasses holders, and that is my own pattern that you can find in my Etsy and coffee shop. I started with 66 keychains and I only sold 3 for $8 each. So I do have a tutorial on my channel for the keychains. It is the Chunky Octo tutorial, but I just use thinner yarn and a smaller hook and they come out the perfect keychain size. I did crochet a lot of those keychains at the market, so basically everything I crocheted over there was little keychains. So I started with like 40 something and I crocheted a lot of them over there. I started with 18 small frogs and I sold 5 of them for $8 each. So I guess we can say the small frogs were my best seller because they are the item that I sold the most of, for a total of 5 of them that sold. I started with 1 little alien, which was actually made with glow-in-the-dark yarn, and I sold it for $12. I started with 20 mini turtles, and I sold 1 for $12. The mini turtles is also my own pattern that you can find in my Etsy and coffee shop. I started with 5 chunky octos, and I sold 1 for $10. Again, that is the same tutorial that's on my channel. That one is just made with Bernat blanket yarn, so it comes out bigger. I started with 18 mini octos and I sold 2 of them for $8 each. Again, that is the same tutorial, just made with a yarn that is the size between the keychain yarn and between burlap blanket. I actually use the Just Chenille yarn by Premier brand that I bought at Dollar Tree, so that's the perfect size for my mini octos. I started with 13 chubby bunnies and I sold 3 of them for $15 each. The chubby bunnies are also my own pattern that you can find in my Etsy and coffee shop. I started with 5 snugglers and I sold 1 for $35. I started with 6 small sea turtles and I sold 1 for $18. I started with 3 weighted chickens and I sold 1 for $38. I have 3 of them, well, I had 3 of them because the weighted chickens are my best-selling weighted plushie, so I thought I would make a few so that in case I do sell one, I have more to put out. I started with 18 mini whales and I sold 3 of them for $8 each. I think I already mentioned this in this video, but I do have a tutorial for these guys on my channel, and you can get the written pattern for very cheap on my Etsy and coffee shop. And lastly, I sold a crop top. So this one was a size medium large. I say this with like the parentheses, I guess, because the size doesn't really mean anything. It's just bigger than others, but I make some that are my size and I label those as extra small/small because that's usually the size of top I wear and those specific ones fit me. So that is the size that I put on the ones that fit me, and the medium large ones are too big for me, so they wouldn't fit me. So I just labeled them as medium large, but there was fitting rooms at this event, so people could go and try on clothing. So the person that bought this actually went and tried it on and said it fit perfectly. So anyways, she ended up buying that one at $45. And I had 2 in that specific size, so I sold the one for $45. So that's a total of 42 items that sold. So honestly, I'm happy with that. 42 items is a lot to sell, so I'm happy with selling that many items. I'm happy with the outcome. I'm not upset about it. I just think that for the amount of money I paid for the booth fee, I would have liked to make more profit, but it is what it is. I didn't completely fail. I still made some sales, I still made some money, and I still met some awesome people, so I think I did good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I believe that $130 plus tax for one day is the most I've ever paid for a one-day event. I've paid more for multi-day events, but obviously there was multiple days. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying their booth fee isn't worth it. I'm not trying to say they're charging too much because obviously they have expenses that they need to take care of. So I'm not trying to say they're charging too much. They shouldn't be charging this much. I'm just saying at the end of the day, while I paid this much, I would have liked to make more in return, but that didn't happen. I still made some sales. I didn't lose money or anything, but at the end of the day, I would have liked to make more money, but obviously you can't make so much money every time. Sometimes it's going to happen that you don't make as much as you would have liked to. Sometimes you make a lot more than you thought you would, so it balances out, I guess. So far, this is my only event this month. I'm hoping to get something last minute because I've applied to other events this month, but they just don't seem to be taking me. They probably get so many other applications. So anyways, it just sucks, but this is my only event this month. So that's, I guess, another reason I would have liked to make more because I knew this was my only event this month. So, you know, I'm kind of relying on this money that I make. But anyways, that's how it goes sometimes. So I am hoping to get into another event last minute. Let's say there's like a cancellation at another event. If I can get in, that would be awesome. But if not, I guess it will just give me a lot of time to make a lot more items and just replenish these items that I sold. So I guess that's going to be it for today's video. Since I showed you guys the market prep, I brought you guys along to the market with me. And I told you how much money I made, and I talked to you guys about each item I sold. So I hope this was helpful if you're also thinking of doing markets and selling either your crocheted plushies, crochet creations, or something that's not even related to crochet. I hope this was helpful in any way, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!